Do you have good listening skills? Do you have good listening skills? I'm not asking you, Mahal. I'm creating a video. It's a video. Somebody's answering that question. So, my point is, I don't have the best listening skills. I'll admit it. I don't. And you'll say, well, about time you admit it. No. In my conclusion, my judgment, and my discernment, every human being has to admit that at some point. Why? Because we're not God. We don't know every fact inside a person. We don't even know their motives, because motives are hidden. If you know anything about character, it's hidden. It comes out in our personality. It comes out through facts and actions or lack of action. So I don't fully know anything at any time, in a sense, because I'm not God. I can know things, but it takes a lot of listening. And that's a figure of speech. What I mean is observing with the eyes, listening with the ears, and asking questions and waiting and being patient. Nobody can be a good judge without being patient. I mean, if you're quick to conclude things, you've got a problem. If your nature is to quickly bang, 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 to listen, to cut people off, to come to a conclusion too quickly, you're what's called not deliberate. Deliberate means to deliberate over time, to try to figure out all the weights in the bag. But you're only listening to one. You're not even asking about the second weight or the third weight. It's a figure of speech. It means detail after detail after detail that needs to be considered and weighed as to whether it's a weighty matter or a light matter, insignificant or very significant. If you want to be a good judge, you have to listen. You have to listen. You have to look. You have to listen. You have to think. You have to have intelligence, not stupidity. I'm convinced that every one of us has misjudged someone. We've misjudged ourselves. I've misjudged myself. I've been too hard on myself when I shouldn't have been. I've been too hard on people when I shouldn't have been. I've come to a conclusion when I shouldn't have said anything at all. I shouldn't have concluded. So this isn't a confession. This is an example that you need to be a better listener, because you're constantly running off and concluding and making decisions for your life and other people that are so unjust, untrue, because you don't listen enough. You're too quick. You know, it says, there's this one proverb, let everybody be quick to hear and slow to speak. I wonder why it says that. That's a wise statement, quick to hear. We need to listen better. As Jesus Christ even said, be careful how you hear. We're not careful. That's the problem. We're not too careful. You know, so reflect on yourself. How many people have you misjudged? How many people do you mouthed off against? Every day I can find somebody that's making an incorrect conclusion about another person, about another situation. Just read the news. Look at the comments. People are going off and judging people left and right. They don't even know the facts. They just love to judge everybody. They think that's their job. Judging people is not a good character trait. You know, when are you going to learn that you're not here to conclude on everybody's life? How many decisions have you made that set your life in a certain direction that you shouldn't have concluded that way? You know, that's another folly of life. We need to be very careful. We need to listen. And that's the question today. Are you really listening? Are you really listening to what's being said?